Good morning, everybody. So, Friday morning, yay. If you work Monday through Friday, congratulations, you made it to Friday. All right. Um, I might, during this video, take some drinks. My throat's been really rough. And I have my morning wake up. Not the best thing, but I justify it by saying Mountain Dew is made with orange juice. And so it is a mixture of coffee and orange juice. I am having my coffee and my orange juice at the same time. That's how I justify it. So I don't I'm not big for hot drinks and stuff like that, so Mountain Dew is my morning. Love it. I just do. Okay, I thought we would do this vintage snowman, and I know it's a little early for Christmas, but if you have a lot of Christmas cards to make, then you need to probably get started because you don't want to have to go into the mode of kind of panic mode. And I also encourage you to go through and look at what you already have. And we had the Christmas in July buys and stuff like that. And I believe this one come in a value deal from Crafter's Companion. One of those, boxes, treasure box or whatever they called it. I'm just grabbing my snapping platform, so if you heard me walk away, that was why. Um, so yeah, so that's why this. So I want to say at the beginning of the video that when I'm at 489 subscribers, see, and I haven't gone up since yesterday when I said the same thing, but anyways, when I get to 500, I will do a tour of my craft room. So I'm like in the process of organizing and reorganizing again and again and again. And so I'm taking a big chance saying this because this craft room could end up tore up at 500 subscribers. I am trying to get things put away more and stuff, knowing that I have said this. So it is motivating me a little bit, but it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. So I thought we would do the vintage snowman that I just got at Stamp and Die. And we do a little coloring. This could be a longer video. It could be a really quick one too. I don't know yet. But let's take a look at what comes. I believe there was a whole set, right? The vintage snowman set. This is just Stamp and Die. And see, it's not a big set, but isn't that the cutest snowman you ever saw? Now I don't want to stamp it black, right? And here is, that's not open. I don't want to use it when, I don't want to have to open one right now. Let's see what I got. Okay, quick dry sail brown. Might not be the best color for this, but better than black. Some people like that stark black. But I've noticed lately, and I've always said, I like to go like anthracite and, more with the grays, where it's not just so in your face black. And now it seems like a lot of the people are saying that they're not using black. A lot of demonstrators and stuff are saying I'm not going with the stark black. So So it is, I don't recall hearing that before is what I'm saying, I guess. So I'm glad that they're making that point now to people that are new, you know. So if you wanted to take the time, you could dig through and say, okay, I'll stamp the tree in green. I'll stamp the deer in brown. I'll stamp the snowman in, say, blue. Here's little bird, whatever color you would. You know, you can do them all different colors. And I guess we might want the star for the tree. I just want to make sure they all have dies, otherwise we're going to be fussy cutting, but they do. They all come with dies. Okay, so now I'm going to pick them up. And I think there's plenty of room for the dies. The dies are very thin, so I'm not worried about that. Here are the stamps, and I'm just going to bring, and I am still sticking with the brown. Just patting it. I've seen people that do this and that. With these quick dries, it's a firmer pad, and it's kind of hard to do that with them. Okay. I am trying to keep this. I'm moving it back and forth because I'm trying to keep it where you can see what I'm doing. So now I'm just going to go along. I'm not really pushing. I didn't check to see if they were photopolymer, but most of Crafter's companion stamps are acrylic, not photopolymer. And it usually says right on the front if they are or not. But let's see if this says. Yeah, it doesn't say that it's photopolymer. And if they were photopolymer, it would say that they were photopolymer. See how I missed? So now with the stamping platform, I can come back and work on those spots. As a lot of times when that happens, it's just that you didn't push in that spot and the ink is still there. But sometimes let me see. Sometimes you just didn't ink up that spot good enough. See? Even though I'm coming back and hitting those spots, it's still not, so it just doesn't have enough ink. And then the edges on the tree, the little bird right there. The others are really good. These three turned out really well. These three did not. So this might as well do a second coat, right? But with acrylic, you don't really want to push too hard because it can squish it like it's not a real hard thing. These I'm not concerned with. It's these I want to make sure I get. still not good there, or what is the deal? Is there something wrong with the stamps? I'm gonna go specifically shoot for those areas now. The bird on the chest. And these lower limbs on the tree. Okay, let's see. Lower inside limbs. The chest on the bird. And this part of the snowman. Yeah, there's something not right. Maybe that's supposed to look like that. I don't know about the little bird in this part. After saying you're not supposed to do that, there I go, and look, it worked. Let me try it here. If those parts of the stamp are not right, then that could be why. Look, there we go. There we go. So they might not be cut level. They might be a little bit under. It just took that little extra push. But it worked out okay. It didn't ghost or nothing. So I'm going to be happy with it now. And so the reason I kept going over and over and over instead of trying to fix the stamp was then I'd have to start over again, right? Because the second I move the stamp, it's not going to be the same. This is the quick drying ink, so I'm just going to go ahead, even though I don't see really any on my stamps, I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick clean up here, because the quick drying will dry, and I'm not sure if it'll stain them or not. Which doesn't really matter. They're still going to work the same, but, you know, they just don't look good. I didn't mean to do all this. I was just going to do it quickly, but it one came off, and I'm looking and I'm thinking it's all going to get trapped on the other side. All I used was that Crafter's Companion stamp cleaning solution. And, you know, just, I'm not using that pad right now because of just where the mess was, but they're clean. I thought maybe he was a little brown looking, but he's okay. I'm not going to put those away because that's going to take away time we need for all of this. So I'll just leave them there for right now. And then move them out of the way so I can get the dies. And this. And that. And scissors. I am going to run the snowman through first. So they always tell you, pull the paper off the die, not the die off the paper. And I'm going to line it up. And if you want to, you can make an aperture. I never do. And I probably should, because I'm one of those people that never get it right. I guess I can't say that. When I have the time to spend, they come out better, but... Cute. See, it's over this way a little bit. Okay, and then we have the Christmas tree. And if you got a big machine, you don't have to cut them. You can run them all at the same time. I'm cutting mine out because of the marquee. So I can't put the whole sheet on or the whole stamp thing. So that's the difference. So now I'm just gonna try to get it lined up best as possible. Over this way and up. Okay, let's hope this is good. But I did want to also show you how we can quickly color this stuff. So that we're not here all day doing this. Like, you can use watercolors, and those watercolor markers will work real quick. Oh, look, I was way off, and I spent all that extra time. Apertures, brochures. I should have done. Okay, now I'm gonna do... I could possibly... Let's see if I can get them all on. If I'm gonna do that though, like I can. If I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna want to tape them down. Okay, I'm gonna try this narrowy stuff here. Just some washi tape. And grab my dies. So here's the little bird. I think that's gonna be the way it goes. Yeah, it's better if I can pull it to me and look at it instead of letting you have the better view and then I'm not seeing what I'm doing. Okay. You don't necessarily want to tape on your stamped image. Now, some people cut them out first and then stamp. I don't... That doesn't work for me either. I should definitely be doing the aperture thing. But for the video, that would basically mean I'd have to run it through first, then come back and run it again. And that stayed pretty good. This one. Looks like it is anyways. I hope I'm not moving it too much. And star. This is gonna be my biggest problem, is getting the star right. Alright, maybe that's it. I can't believe I got it right the first time. Maybe. Do tape it down. You have to make sure that you don't. I usually don't tape it down on the videos because I'm in a hurry and I want to do it fast. Because I don't want you to have to sit and watch me tape them down. But look, there's 4 of them. They got to be taped or I'm going to have a mess. And you don't want to run them where you've got one die overlapping another, because it will ruin your dies. And you could possibly hurt your machine. So I know these are going to be all kinds of messed up. But that's alright. So now, here we go. Not too bad. Uh-oh. I just lost the little deer to the floor, but I'll get him later. Alright. Now here's what you can do. If you have problems and yours turn out like mine did, and they're not perfect lined up, let me show you. You can come through and just trim some if you want. I don't do that because it doesn't look like a die cut once you do that. So you're actually better off just doing it over its paper and some ink, right? But let me show you how we can do this. Need some paper. If we want to give it color, but it's going to be white, right? I'm going to take, I don't really know that this is light enough, and just do a few lines blue, just maybe like where the shadows are, but you want to use a very light color. And you're not gonna do the whole thing. You're just gonna do part of it. And that basically just says, no, I didn't forget to color it. It's just that it's white. Now, some people will use gray. Usually gray or blue. And a lot of people will always use gray. And here's what I say. It's cold. It's ice. It's frozen water. I like blue for that kind of stuff. Now, see the snow on the tree? I'm just going to come through and do a little bit of blue. Now, normally I would have gone with a lighter blue, but I thought this was going to be lighter. But you just kind of want to say, I didn't forget to color it, but snow is white. So I'm just gonna give you a reflection of color. See, I think it turned out better on the snow than it did on the snowman. But anyways, so that's a way to do that. Okay, I don't know what color to do the bird. So I'm just gonna give him some yellow. Blue here. A little bit of medium on there. Do a little blend, and I guess on the wing too. It won't take long to get this right. Do a little shadow there. Little shadow there. And then I want to finish him. So a muted brown blend. A little bit here. And I'm leaving white on it. I'm not too concerned. He's small. So it doesn't have to be a day's worth of coloring. I do want that blended better. Alright. Done with the bird already. Bird is done. Tree, I need green. I thought I had a green. Let me grab one. It won't take me a second. It's all right here. Alpine green. I've got alpine green. So, oh, that wasn't closed all the way, so that means this could be really bad. This is the brush. Just come in with the light. Like I said, I don't know. The medium wasn't closed all the way. And I'm just gonna do this very quickly. So I'm not concerned. You could do it perfect if you just want to, but because this is basically, I'm doing it quickly because the video. And I don't want you to sit here watching me coloring and blending and all that forever. I just also want to show that you don't have to spend forever on the coloring. It just isn't necessary. You can do quick jobs, and I'll show you. Now what I'm going to do is come with the dark and just put it underneath that part, right? I'm just saying, this is the layers. This is the shadow. And some of these tri-blend brushes, I'm not as crazy about the way they blend. For some reason, some of the colors just seem kind of weird what they transition into. That's why I usually don't use them too much. I prefer the regular tri-blends. That had quite a bit of ink actually. And then I'll come in with the light and finish blending. And I'm just going back over basically where it's already light. But see, like I didn't need to go over that again. And that might just blend really nicely. So there's the tree done. The post. I'm doing the brown. And again, getting that color down, but not worrying about it being perfect. If I leave white spots, that's all right. I'm not worried about it. It's still gonna look really good. And you know, it depends how much of a hurry are you in. And I'm gonna come in with the dark, and I'm gonna look where would there be shadow. This would have shadow. There might be some here. Maybe some here. Maybe there. Then the medium. I would come in. And then back with the light. Just to give it a little blend there. All right. So if you look closely, you can see there's some spots that never got hit with color, but you really have to look close for it. So unless somebody's actually right there going, hello, then I wouldn't worry about it. So what I'm going to do is, with this little deer, is I'm going to leave his spots white, if I can. And on his chest and on his face, those areas are also going to stay white. His little ears. I think I'm going to go ahead and do those. And around his face are going to stay white, so this needs to be colored in. Okay, so some color right there. But his chest is staying white. And then I'll come in and I'm going to say right along the back. Here in the belly, here. Here's shadow. There. Here. Oh, I just got his chest area. Okay, that means that I'm going to have to do all of that. Okay, and then medium, I'm going to go ahead and do around his ears. Okay. Blend this out. I really like the brown of the medium here. It's a much nicer color. I think I'm just gonna use it because I'm preferring it to the light. For sure, okay. So there's that part, but I need to do something for his little... I used the green. And his bell can be blue. And I can come in with little dots of black for his nose and his hoofs, if whatever, if I wanted. And then the star. Yeah. I'm just gonna do blue. Yeah, this is the light. So I'm just gonna do the blue. A little dark spot in the center. Go around with the medium. And then back to the light. Just to blend that out and give that something. I don't know. Okay. So, dark under the arms. And then I'll do medium. No. Let's see. I'll do the light. I'm guessing at this now. Light, because that's where the light's hitting it the most. And then medium here. And I'm trying to hurry this even more. And I'm not going to put the light first. I'm just going to go in with the dark. Get that blend going. Too much time coloring, right? Oh, that should be the dark. Along here. Then medium. And then the light. Okay. The gloves. Mittens, I guess. Let's give him a blue band on the hat. And let's do a little blue. And his muffs are white. Okay. The hat. This is the light color. And then I go around this with the shadow, come in with the medium. And blend it out to the light. Okay. Now we need to do his plant. So I need the green and I'm going to do light. And instead of doing them like individuals, I'm going to just do them like a bunch. I'm not going to add berries and stuff. And I might if I wasn't doing a video, but... And then in between, there might be some dark spots. Then come in with some medium. And back with the light to get it all blended. See, I'm just kind of touching on it. I'm not really worried about making it perfect. Now we just need to do a card. And I haven't had a drink in my mouth. My throat. Oh, my mouth. Well, good thing is the sun is coming up. That's a good thing. All right. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it all on one card. It would be overcrowding, right? Maybe not. Or so if it's higher up, it should look farther away. I don't think I'm going to use that star at all. What about the little bird? Nope, I'm not going to use that either. This is what I'm doing. I need a blue. I just didn't want to have to. Let me see these pre-made backgrounds. No blue. No. Oh, here, that won't fit. Oh, that would have been a good one. they looking. I'm gonna grab a blue here. Ooh, that would have been nice, but I found a really nice color blue, but then it was glitter. I think that wouldn't have. So let's see. Before I cut it. Yeah, I think that'll work. It's not necessarily a Christmassy blue, but I still think it'll work. And bring that down. Okay, so I definitely am going to trim here. So I just have to. Normally I wouldn't be using these big old wonky scissors either. But okay. I don't know why I'm worried about it, because here we go. So it's 4x6 card. Let me move these. I got these stamps sitting on the paper cutter and I need to move it. Okay, so 4x6. I'm gonna cut it this way since here's the 6. And I want to just go a little bit under. That didn't quite make it right there, but I'm going to use this part. So we're going to go 4. And I went just a tiny bit under, but it might not have been enough. So let's look and see. I gotta take a little bit off of this edge here. Just a tiny bit. So the good thing about that is that's where that paper was a little bit messed up. And so for future cards, I'll probably want a little bit taken off also. And that's how I like it, right there. And I don't know if it's the same for all of you, but I sometimes have certain cards speak to you a little bit and tell you what the sentiment should be. And so this, when I set everything here, this one actually does say something to me. And let's see if you think the same thing that I do. I want that to come down a little bit. To me, this card, like this, speaks seasons, greetings. That's, for some reason, it just says to me, seasons, greetings. So, this video is already super long. I'm not going to put the sentiment on here, but that is what I'll be looking for this card. Seasons, greetings. If you're wondering what paper I used, because it was with alcohol marker, when I'm done, I'll pull it out and you can see. It's a lot cheaper than alcohol marker paper. You can see that it went through. You can see that it blends nice. It's a little bit thinner than the Nina or the Crafter's Companion. But for this stuff, we really don't need like card, like heavy card thickness. This is not paper, it is a card. It's just not a heavy card. I'll get the package in a minute. And remember, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I don't make any money from anybody. So I'm not saying that I recommend this for any reason other than it works. And you don't see it bleeding. And you can see that it blends. Maybe it could blend a little better, but it blends well for me. Okay, and so I would just put a Season's Greetings sentiment on there. Maybe some Nouveau drops or something. But Season's Greetings, I think, would fill it nicely. All right, let me show you the paper. We have the swap this afternoon. I just want to make sure and go to the post office one more time. And then we will be set to go. I just don't want to leave anybody out. Okay, I just went online and looked for Accent Opaque Digital Cover Smooth 65-pound. You can get a heavier weight. At the time that I got this, the heavier weight was not available. I don't remember what I paid for this. It says for digital imaging and offset printing. It's like, so when people do reports or whatever, this is that cover sheet. So this is, if you can tell by the way it sounds, and let me get some of the Crafter's Companion all-purpose. thing. It's like, feels like half. Maybe a little bit more than half, maybe, but big difference. The size is different because it's not British size. And it's 8.5 by 11. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's all the information on it. But do make sure that it's smooth. That smooth is important for your markers. Yeah. So like I said, the stuff that you're coloring, you're not using for your bases and all that. It doesn't need to necessarily be, that heavy anyways. So, and it's a lot cheaper, and you can see the size that I got is, I have an abundance for it. And that's pretty much all I use it for. I can use it in my printer. It does work in my printer. And my printer doesn't take a lot of different papers, but it does take that. So, there's our cute little card with our cute little characters. I don't like to do a lot of coloring on my channel because it takes too long. But, neat, cute. But see how this blue lines give him that icy look. Alright, everybody. If you like my channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for joining me. And I hope you join me again. Bye-bye now.